evening and welcome to another edition of Desert Empire Vibe, aka The Vibe. I'm your host, as always, Andrew Caravella, coming to you weekly here from the high desert at KVVB Studios, where we interview people like Chad Michael, local musicians and or / public figures from around the area here in the high desert and the Inland Empire that are pretty much just entertainers, you know? The entertainment scene. We have a Hollywood out here.
Yes, we do,
So,
as a matter of fact.
it's not Chad Michael Murray. I had to tell him who that was. He's going to Google it when he gets home and get a good laugh out of that. All right, so Chad Michael, you are a musician by trade. How long have you been playing?
Oh, wow. I've been playing since 1975.
Oh, that was way before I was born.
So I would say, well, how many years is that now? I
don't know.
About 41 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's say 40 years.
So, and what do you play?
About 40 years. Play guitars and bass.
And bass, okay.
Yes, and sing too now.
Oh, you sing now. Look at
Yes.
that. Look at you. Okay. So is it just guitar and bass? Have you ever played any other instruments?
Yeah, I started playing keyboards when I was a kid, but I haven't picked up keyboards in a long time, although I'm planning on getting back into the keyboards, actually really quick this year.
So tell me, you said 40, how many?
I'd say 40 years.
40 years, that works,
yeah,
okay.
about 40
so
years.
in 40 years, doesn't it get boring?
Never.
Why does it
Never
not
gets
get boring?
Because I love it. It's just something I was born to do, something I feel I was meant to do, and I just love it. I love it so much. I mean, I don't watch TV. I do go to the show sometimes, but when I'm at home, that's what I do. If I'm not playing music, I'm listening to music. If I'm not listening to music, I'm watching somebody else play.
Okay.
You know?
Wow, you really love this stuff called music. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
do.
cool. Is anyone else in your family musically inclined like yourself?
No, not really. It was really just me.
It was your thing.
Yeah, it's
that's
definitely
cool.
my thing.
So how did it all start for you then, back in 1975? Like, what was the moment where this was like the thing for you?
Well, the defining moment. Okay, well, before I get to the defining moment, it was when
build us up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was about 9 or 10 years old, my parents, who were very conservative, out of the blue bought me a Cat Stevens record, which in 1971 that was rock and roll, you know.
Okay.
Not heavy rock, but it was still rock and roll. A lot of all acoustic rock. And they brought my brother a Jim Croce album. In fact, the album they bought me was called Teaser and the Firecat. And anyway, I just fell in love with that record. I fell in love with Cat Stevens. Every Christmas or birthday would be, I want another Cat Stevens record, you know. So that would be what got me started. But the defining moment was when I heard Pete Townsend of The Who play Pinball Wizard, the Tommy album in particular. I just
Oh yeah, they made
Tommy.
a musical out of that.
Yes,
I think.
they did. And
Okay.
it's a cool movie. It's a cool musical, and it's a rock opera. And so it was that album before the movie ever came out that just I wanted to play guitar when I heard Pete Townsend play guitar. And then from there it was the heavy rock, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Black
Okay,
Sabbath,
cool.
yeah.
Did you ever like start like a band when you were growing up? Like,
Yeah.
What was? Do you remember the first name of your first band?
Man, I think the first band was called Fortune.
How old were you?
I wasn't even old enough to drive. My mom would have to drive me to rehearsal.
Fortune. That sounds like a good name.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
good.
Oh, that's awesome. So do you have, I guess, influences? Anyone that really kind of pops out to you, you know, between back then to now that you admire, you YouTube occasionally just to kind of, you know, keep your own chops going and stuff?
Well, let's see. The legendary guitarists are probably the ones that I still look to all the time. Duane Allman of the Allman Brothers, Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple. Those guys in particular. I really like Michael Schenker from UFO. And I still go to those guys a lot. But then I like a lot of acoustic music. I really like, I can't remember his name, but the guy in Coldplay, Chris.
I'm not a Coldplay fan myself.
I love Coldplay. They're an awesome band. But I really like the mellow acoustic music too. Nancy Griffin, for instance, and Ryan Adams. I love Ryan Adams, and those are the guys I listen to more than anything.
I actually know who that is.
Ryan Adams, I love Ryan Adams.
Not Brian Adams, but
no,
Ryan
not Brian.
Adams.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a country-flavored rock, alternative country rock.
So you dabble in country also then, yeah?
A little bit, not as much as I should, because actually I think I have a better voice for country. So I'm going to be getting into country a lot more than I have been. Mostly
any country
rock and
singers
roll.
or bands that you've listened to? You're like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. I do a Johnny Cash song, so I think I could probably do some more Johnny Cash. The guys with the low voices. what were we talking about? Garth Brooks, Friends in Low Places, stuff like that. Yeah.
The drinking songs.
You betcha. Those are the best ones to do in my line of work. Yeah.
That's
Those
cool.
are the ones that are the most fun too.
What kind of guitar do you currently play?
The acoustic guitar is an Ibanez.
Ibanez?
An Ibanez guitar, which is a kind of a cool story. I was playing somewhere and a guy approached me and asked me, "Hey, I got a guitar for sale, you know." And I said, "Well, I'll look at it when I'm done." So when I was done playing, I went down to him and he took me out to his car, and beautiful Ibanez in a hard shell case, beautiful guitar, electric, acoustic. And he goes, "How much would you?" You know, I played it. And he goes, "How much would you give you for it?" I go, "I got $100." He goes, "I'll take it."
That's awesome.
$100, and they still have it. That was years ago.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I also play a Fender Strat for the electric and a Hamer or something or other.
That's awesome.
Electric, yeah.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break here with Chad Michael. When we come back, we're gonna ask him some questions as a fellow musician about music of the yesteryears versus music of now. Keep it locked. Brand new episode of The Vibe. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back. We are here for segment 2 with Chad Michael. Brand new episode of Desert Empire Vibe. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. It was hot today.
It was killer hot today. I just stayed in the house all day.
Just stay in the house, turn the AC to like 59 degrees.
Yeah,
and
75.
75? Just sat
That's
there.
cool enough, yes.
Yeah.
Stayed
You
home
just
all
sit there
day.
like this and just like not move.
Yeah, and then you go outside and it's like, what am I doing out here? Back in the house. I go,
What is too hot? Like, is it past 100 for you? 90s?
No, too hot's the 90s. Once I get in 90s, yeah, it's too hot for me. I don't know. I don't do well in the heat.
Have you ever performed like in ridiculously extreme temperatures?
Oh yes.
What is that like?
Oh, it's murder. We did a 4th of July gig, and after the gig, I mean, I must have been like 110 easy. I think it was 114. Yeah, it was 104, and it was so hot.
I can imagine the metal strings probably get even hotter, right?
Well, there was a thing over our head, but still, it was so hot, and I put so much energy into it. And then somebody brought me a Coke right afterwards, really cold Coke, and I chugged it down and it just barfed all over. I just puked it all out.
What gig was that?
God. That was a 4th of July at Lions Park.
Oh.
In the town of Apple Valley.
Yeah, they're not calling him back next year.
I went backstage and barfed, so it was okay.
Bart Stanson's going to be like, no, we're not bringing him back. Thank God he told us that on television. That's funny.
That was hot, though. That was seriously hot.
Sometimes it gets too hot. Just like the smallest thing to eat will just, that's it. You're done, right?
Well, there was an ice cold Coke, and I was just, oh yeah.
You went too fast.
Yes.
You chugged it too fast.
The whole thing, and it just came right back out. Did not feel good.
That's
but
funny.
There you go.
That's good.
Anyway, that was the hottest one. You asked.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I did. So let's talk about music of yesteryear.
All right.
Versus the music that me and all these other people do now. Like, why is it not as good as back then? What is the problem with music now? Aside from the fact that everything's on a synth. Like,
Well, you got a point there. Even
What's
the
wrong
drums.
with the music that it just doesn't sound like the old stuff?
Well, actually, I like a lot of modern music, but most of the young people I meet don't put as much time into it as we did in the 70s. We didn't have a whole lot to do. You know, there wasn't cable TV, there certainly wasn't no internet or anything. This wasn't all this.
God, you
this
guys live
distraction.
barbaric.
Yeah, it was like barbarians. So, you know, if you were a musician, you would just, I mean, I would literally just spend hours and hours and hours each day, every day in my room just playing.
Perfecting your craft.
Yes, and I really wanted to do it. You know, I really loved music. So, God, I'm not so sure if people love music as much as they love the idea of being a celebrity.
You think there's a difference between a celebrity and someone who's well known for creating art?
Oh, yeah, I think there's a difference.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is a celebrity might just be somebody who's famous for really no apparent reason. Maybe because their parents were famous, or maybe they just happen to look really good, or they're just crazy. You know, they're not particularly good at anything.
Should we open up my phone book?
Yeah.
I got names.
So yeah, we used to just, I mean, me and my friends at the time, I mean, we just spent a lot of time to where eventually when you would reach a certain point in your life where you would decide, do you really want to do this anymore? Which obviously I continued to do it.
I've been told through the grapevine that there was a band recently, I don't know if it's still a band, called the Bad Daddies that was local here that you were a part of?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
The
yes,
Bad Daddies. What's that all about?
Oh, the Bad Daddies. Well, see, that was a band that I was in with your producer, I do believe, Tom
Bogdus. Thomas.
And
from Retro Rocket, yeah.
We were in the Bad Daddies together, and that band was pretty good for a while. It lasted pretty good for a while, but the vocalist he ended up going to Vegas. He runs sound out in Vegas now, so.
Okay, he went big time.
As all local bands do, they come to an end, you know.
Come to an end.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like singers or dime a dozen, but bands in general, like you can just circulate through them all the time.
You can if you're good. Yeah, you can kind of jump around from one to another. I mean, there's been times where I've been playing 3 bands all at once.
I also heard you were part of a band called From the Ashes.
Yeah, From the Ashes I played in. Actually, that was one I put together.
You put that together?
Yeah, that was quite a few years ago.
What do you look for when you put a band together?
Well, that one was tough because that was kind of an experiment.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to do acoustic music. This is when I started doing acoustic music. Up to that point, everything was electric, you know. So I decided I want to put together something that's more acoustic, but a band. You know, drums, bass, and acoustic, and two acoustic guitars.
No tambourine?
I wanted the vocalist to play tambourine, but she wouldn't do much percussion. She just wouldn't do it. And actually, I liked the band a lot, but it was hard to find people to stick with it because they wanted to do heavy rock or punk rock. I mean, I always wanted to do something else besides the acoustic stuff that I wanted to do. I just wanted to try something different, and I really loved it. And I just kept. So From the Ashes kind of fell apart after a while, but
what's after a while? Like
3 years.
Okay, that's a while.
2 or 3 years. Yeah, but obviously I continued it on my own. You know, continued to do acoustic music, and that's what I'm still doing.
Any idea how many bands you've been in?
No, I have no idea. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
Can you imagine if you had a shirt from every band you've ever been in?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
You probably have worn over the next couple of years, right?
Yeah, man, a lot of bands, a lot of sucky bands too.
That's when you put on that shirt. Oh, yeah, I remember those times. Those are times I want to forget. I'm going to take the shirt off.
Yeah, it could be kind of funny when you listen to yourself back years ago. Wow, I thought that was really good. And you're like, oh, wow, I don't ever want to hear that again.
All right, we got to take another break here, but when we come back, more with local musician here in the High Desert, Chad Michael. Keep it locked. It's The Vibe. We'll be right back. Break. I'm your host, Andrew Caravella, on Desert Empire Vibe, now streaming on KVVB.TV, also antenna, channel 33. Hello to all of our local viewers on broadcast, and streaming on Roku TV via the Livestream app, keyword KVVB. All right, Chad Michael.
Hey.
I got some other things I want to talk to you about.
All right, Andrew, I'm ready.
All right.
Lay it on me.
So you told me in the green. Oh, here we go. See,
yeah,
this is
now we're getting comfortable.
Yeah, we're getting deep with this conversation now. Okay, so you told me in the green room that I said, Chad Michael. Well, you know, what else do you get called? Call you Tramp.
The Tramp. That's my moniker. Yes.
Well, I know what the Tramp means to me, but I'm sure there's a completely different reason why that happens to be a nickname. You don't have like a tramp stamp or something like that.
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't. I should get one of those.
No, please. You don't, Chad, you don't want that.
No, I don't want a stamp.
You don't. You'll never hear the end from Thomas.
I believe that.
Our director's like, why am I always dragged into these? Okay, so where did the name come from?
Well, I had a pretty successful local band called Lady and the Tramps.
Okay.
4-piece band. And as usual, you know, the band was doing well, but I always had problems with the other musicians because they're always, I wanted to play music. That's what I want to do, and that's what I am doing now. But, you know, everybody else, they got other jobs, or they got work, or they got family commitments. It's always something.
You mean people have real lives outside of music?
Yeah, they got real lives, you know.
That's weird.
It is weird. But it becomes unfortunately, there just comes to a point where you have to decide, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to do this? Or are you going to do that? Because if you're charging for it, you know, then you got to deliver. So Lady and Tramps did well for a while, and then I narrowed it down to just Lady and the Tramp. Did start doing an acoustic-only thing, and that actually did really good for a while. And then she could no longer do it. Oh. So then I just said, you know what? What's the least amount of people I can think of? One, me. I'm going to do it all. Hell with everybody. So I'm the Tramp, and that's what I went out and started.
So like
that's when I started singing.
Almost? Yeah.
What's that?
Are you like a one-man band?
I'm a one-man band.
Well, who
but
plays
it's just
drums?
No drums. Well, I might slap the guitar a little bit.
He's got like the mouth guard for harmonica.
No, that'll be Peg Leg Slim.
Peg Leg Slim. Yeah, he's going to be on another episode.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does.
That's cool.
He does the mouth, the harmonica thing.
That's
I do
cool.
not play harmonica yet, but I might steal that idea from him.
That's cool. Yeah,
he's great at it. So that's what I did. Now I'm just kind of a one-man band. I host a lot of jams up here in the high desert.
Yeah.
4 every week.
We're going to talk about that next segment.
Yeah, and I just love it. And that's when I started singing. I've always had other vocalists.
Okay.
And I finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to do my own singing and just hope to God I can pull it off, and I've been able to pull it off.
Well, if you ever need, a vocalist, just let me know, and I'm sure I could find somebody. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Because I know you like doing the vocalist thing, but I might know somebody.
You think you might know somebody?
Probably. I had something in my eye. I was squinting here for a second. So, anyways,
I don't ask Tom.
You play bass also.
Yes, I play bass for a country band.
And I've heard rumors that you may actually like the bass more than playing guitar.
No, I don't like the bass more, but I like it just as much.
Oh, well,
I do love to play the bass. No,
yeah.
I do.
What is it about bass? Because I'm sorry, as a singer, I think guitar's cool. I think other instruments that you mix into the element of rock, like trumpet, even trombone, sax, I think that's great. Bass just seems boring to me.
Oh, it's just the opposite. Bass is everything.
Explain to me why it's. I get it. It keeps the rhythm, it keeps the beat going, keeps the tempo moving. But tell me why it's so interesting.
Bass keeps the groove going.
Oh.
That's what everybody feels. The drummer is the timekeeper, but it's the bass that lays down the groove.
Okay.
You may not necessarily hear it like you do a guitar or like you do a vocal, but you feel the bass. And a really good bass player is one that gets everybody moving. It keeps everything. It's really the bass player that kind of keeps everything tight and keeps it in control. I swear to God, if the bass player misses a beat, everybody falls apart.
So the bass player is what screws it up then.
Yeah, he can. That's for sure. He can do that, yeah. But you know what? It's just a dynamite rhythm section is so important. It's like trying to build a house without a foundation. Your rhythm section is the foundation for everything else. And it's so important. And you got to have that dynamite drummer and a dynamite bass player. And I've always had trouble with bass players. So I became a really, really good bass player. I mean, I've had some guitar players fill in for me on bass, where bass player would be out of town or couldn't make a gig, and I would have a friend play, who's normally a guitar player. They always make the worst bass players. So they think it's nothing like a guitar. You don't play anything like a guitar.
Do you have a preference? 4-string? I know there's
4-string Rickenbacker.
They're like a 5 or 6-string bass.
Yeah, but
also.
I don't know how to play those. I don't even know. That's for like real heavy music, I think, or get those really low notes.
Okay.
5-string bass. I think that low note, the 5th string is actually a low B or something like that. That's the thing that just crushes you when you, boom, that really heavy.
Are you self-taught or did you take music classes?
No, I only took music lessons for a year. But I took lessons from a guy, I would be about 15, because I remember my mom would have to drive me to the guitar lessons. But he taught me how to play by ear, which we didn't have tab,
Yeah. I'm being told we have to take a break, so I'm going to get the rest of the story off camera, and if it's great, I'll bring it back. We'll be right back with Chad Michael here on The Vibe after another commercial break. Don't go away. We got to pay the bills. We'll be right back. Again to Desert Empire Vibe. I'm your host, Andrew Caravella here. Did I just squeak? I totally just squeaked, didn't I? I'm still going through puberty. How's it going, Chad?
It's going good, Andrew.
Chad Michael, local musician here in the Inland Empire. You grew up here in the Inland Empire, right?
In the Inland Empire, yes, but not in the desert.
Right. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's all San Bernardino.
We're gonna get letters now for that. So that's so cool. You've literally been playing all over the place then here locally in Southern California.
So. Yeah.
That's exciting. So I saw that you brought notes with you.
I brought notes as far as where I play every week.
Where do you play every week?
Well,
so we can check it out, because apparently I'm up here more now, so I can go watch.
I play every Tuesday at Kennedy's Pub In Victorville, which is located at 14513 7th Street. I see I'm there every Tuesday from 6 to 9. That is actually a jam.
That's an Irish location, right?
Yeah, it actually is.
I knew that.
You knew that.
I knew that.
And that is actually an acoustic jam. And I have a partner named Travis Prine who joins me there.
Travis who?
Prine.
Don't know him.
Plays in a dynamite band called Delta Shade. Great guitar player. Young guy in his 20s. Great guitar player. Anyway, he joins me there at Kennedy's Pub on Tuesdays. And Wednesdays I play at Froggy's in Apple Valley.
I know that place.
Yeah, Froggy's there. It's right.
They have the frog thing.
That's the place because it's called Froggy's.
Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah.
Do they still give popcorn?
Yes, they do.
You're going to have to hit up Froggy's.
There you go. See, that's all the reason in the world to go right there. But even better is I'm there every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night?
It's an acoustic jam every Wednesday night from 8 to 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So then, and then on Thursday nights, I'm at the Hilltop Tavern, which used to be called the Ponderosa.
I know that location. They used to make good French fries. Are they still good?
Oh man, their food is dynamite there.
I'm gonna have to try to hit that up too.
Yeah, it's a great place. Great place.
They have the view of everything, right?
Oh, it's a beautiful view. Oh, it's stunning. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Hey Thomas, tell Tim let's shoot up there. Let's do it on location with the scenic view.
Oh, the Hilltop Tavern. Oh, they would love that. They just opened.
See, we're plugging them in right now. I mean, I'm just trying to get locations.
I'm there every Thursday from
every Thursday?
8 to 12.
And is that an acoustic?
That is also an acoustic jam.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And
All right.
I get a lot of people there. And then Saturdays, I'm at Johnny Fingers in Victorville, which is on Lauren Drive, right across the street from Costco.
Never been there. What kind of food?
Oh, best burgers in town.
Oh,
I mean, seriously,
burgers?
really dynamite burgers. They have this blue cheese bacon burger that's just to die for. Every Saturday, I get one when I'm done playing.
For free?
No.
Oh.
No, I get paid, so I have to buy my burger.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I do get 2 free beers.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
But beers make me hoarse, so I don't drink them.
Oh, okay.
I got to do all the vocals.
I can't drink. I take a nap afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm not the person you go out with on Friday nights. I'm really boring.
And since you're a vocalist, it's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, I don't drink. It just, people ask me, they're just like, come on, like, yeah, that's what you do when you're in music. It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
That's just a movie.
It's a myth. And Peg Leg Slim told me, no milk.
Oh, yeah, milk will kill you, too.
Yeah. So,
I know vocalists that actually do coffee.
And I love cereal, man.
Oh, yeah, cereal's good.
I love cereal, so I can't eat cereal no more.
Well, if you use, okay, there are ways around it, okay?
Yeah,
if you use coconut milk, right?
God,
I don't know about rice milk, but it's good, especially if you get the vanilla one, because I'm vegan now. So, I mean, like, it's got a sweet flavor to it, but it's still got a little milky, like, flavor, but it's not milk, so it's okay. It's coconut.
So it's cool.
It's good. It's good.
I'll have to try it.
But you have to do it with the right cereal. Like, Cheerios is good. If you like all the sugary stuff, like Frosted Flakes, probably not the best thing.
Wheat Chex. Rice Chex.
Then you definitely want the coconut milk.
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
Yeah, you got to try it.
I do love cereal.
How did we get on milk?
I don't know.
We're talking about music.
We're talking about what we drink and what we don't drink as singers. And as singers, you can't drink milk.
Right.
So that's the last one. So yeah, Johnny Fingers every Saturday from 1 to 5. And soon I'll be there every Sunday from 4 to 8.
So I know that they probably all have Facebooks, but is there a way we can follow you online also?
Just Chad Michael on Facebook, yeah.
Chad Michael on Facebook?
I just leave it a Facebook thing right now.
Okay. So is that like a musician page or is that like a
No, it's
a
personal page, but I just use it for, I mean, I don't, that's basically pretty much all I use it for.
Okay.
Is the
Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Never got into that.
No.
What do you think of social media?
I'm not sure.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid of it?
No, I wouldn't say I'm afraid of it. It's just it's not that crazy about it. It's kind of boring. You know?
Yeah, you got to block all the bad people.
I don't block anybody, but it's just I'm very public. It's a public page.
I am not going to say that.
The Tramp is public.
They're telling me who you should block on there. It's just feeding me bad things.
I can imagine what they're saying.
Yeah, we should just do like the recorded line on what's on audio, and
we'll
just make that the show for 30 minutes. That would be fantastic.
We'll just kick back and listen to that.
All right, so once again, let's wrap up. Where can we watch you again?
It is Tuesdays at Kennedy's Pub in Victorville, Wednesdays at Froggy's in Apple Valley, Thursdays at the Hilltop Tavern in Apple Valley, Saturdays at Johnny Fingers in Victorville, and soon, starting July 10th, Sundays at Johnny Fingers in Victorville.
Oh, doing a double header.
Doing a double header. And that's also a jam.
Awesome. Chad Michael.
That's an electric jam.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Andy.
We're going to have to jam one of these days, you and me.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yes. So, hey, I'm Andrew Caravella for The Vibe. Thanks for tuning in. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/. Desert Empire Vibe. If you're interested in being casted on a future episode, devibecasting@gmail.com. I'm Andrew Caravella. Find me on IG @RebelKid. We'll see you next time right here on The Vibe.